So welcome once again to Living in the 21st Century. Joining me today is Mykola Lysenko, Ukraine conductor of music. Also joining me is Aija Reke. She is also a violinist. And also is Olga Lisovska. She is the co-founder of Philanthropy, voice teacher, a lecturer, etc. Group, welcome to Living in the 21st Century.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, my first question goes up basically to Mykola, since your electricity may be against you from the Ukraine, so at least let me get to work with you first. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
First of all, I want to thank I want to be grateful. Today I want to be grateful, very grateful for American people, for the support of American people, because, it's impossible for us to be strong in this war without friends. And you are our really our one of the best our friends now. And thank you for your support. Also, I want to thank the people of Lithuania, Latvia, Germany, Europe, all over the world, people who knows what is democracy, and people who understand that we have to defend it. Thank you very much for your support, for your attention. So now about me. I'm the great grandson of the founder of Ukrainian classical music, Mykola Lysenko elder. I am junior, Mykola Lysenko junior. He is Mykola Lysenko elder. He is the author of 12 operas, a lot of music. He is the author of our spiritual hymn. Ukraine has two hymns: official hymn, «Ще не вмерла України», «Ні слава, ні воля», and spiritual hymn, a prayer for God, Боже великий єдиний. And so, my great-grandfather is the author of this spiritual hymn. And also, he's the founder of Ukrainian classical music. It's very important, especially nowadays, because the battlefield of Ukraine is not only like a real battlefield, between troops, between tanks and weapons. Our battlefield is the battlefield of culture. So we have to show to all over the world, to people in all over the world, that we have our strong, powerful culture, including music. So my mission is to play Ukrainian music, to play the music of my great-grandfather, to play music, the music of other interesting Ukrainian composers, and to show that it is a really high-level music, interesting for people all over the world. Okay. And also, I want to underline that we have such very interesting connections between Ukraine and America, because, for example, the Carol of the Bells, a very well-known Christmas song, is the Ukrainian folk song Щедрик. And we are very happy that we did such a little musical gift for American people.
Beautiful. I heard that the Lithuanian music and the Ukrainian music had some form of bond in terms of making a stronger people between both parties. And how had music really contributed to this bond between the Lithuanian and the Ukrainians?
I was the part of this contribution because I lead my orchestra during the concerts in Lithuania this winter. We had a 12 days tour through the cities of Lithuania, capital Vilnius, Kaunas, and other cities, playing Ukrainian music, playing the music of my great-grandfather also,
Beautiful.
and playing several Lithuanian songs together with Lithuanian singers, with Lithuanian composers and conductors. And it was so wonderful to see the reaction of people.
Beautiful.
And also, it was like a volunteer trip because we collected some money to help our soldiers, to help our civilians in Ukraine, and Lithuanian people did their bests. You know, they opened their hearts for us.
Beautiful.
And we organized such a little festival of Ukrainian Lithuanian music, and we tried to organize the musical gift to
Beautiful.
Lithuanians, not only in the big cities but also in the little villages.
Okay, beautiful.
And I feel that it was incredible.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Connection through the culture, connection through the music.
Absolutely. And that's a powerful thing. Music has a way of harmonizing nations and people, bring all kind of diversity together and making it work. This question at this point goes out to Aija Reke. She's a violinist. Aija, would you care to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, thank you so much for inviting me in this program, and I'm really grateful to be in presence with such wonderful people here. So I am a violinist and teacher and composer, and I'm also currently a doctoral student at the Boston University College of Fine Arts. So for the last 10 years, I've been working as a teacher in Boston area, but I also travel and teach internationally, and I just was actually in my home country in Latvia, where I did presentation in National Conservatory, and I also was on a tour in Greece. So a little bit about my connection with Olga Lisovska is we are going to perform a concert in Kennebunkport in Maine. And the concert is named From the Baltic to the Black Sea. It will happen on August 9th, and it will be in a very beautiful area, and we'll be performing concert with Baltic, Latvian, Lithuanian, and Estonian composers, and also Ukrainian composers and Ukrainian folk songs.
Okay, beautiful. And Olga, I know you have a concert coming up pretty soon. Could you tell us a little bit about that and who you are also?
Thank you so much, Errol. It's always a pleasure to be here. And I think, yes, I received a message from Mykola, and as you saw, his screen went blank because this is the reality of life in Kyiv and in Ukraine right now. No more electricity. They turned it off. But it was wonderful that he was able to talk to us. And oh, wonderful! You're back. Mykola is back. So I'm so happy to see Mykola, and this is such an honor for us to be in the presence of wonderful composers like Aija and Mykola. Of course, he's a wonderful musician in his own right, but for me personally, as a soprano of Ukrainian heritage, I'm originally from Ukraine, from Kyiv, but I moved here to the United States when I was 16 years old. So I've been living here for a long time and performing at some of the most prestigious concert stages, including at Carnegie Hall. I'm also a teacher and a lecturer, and I work at Boston Symphony as a voice teacher and a diction coach. And I have my own nonprofit organization, Music, Arts, and Fashion Productions. We stage performances and events, and helping a lot of Ukrainian refugee children to continue their education, musical education here in the United States, because in Ukraine, a lot of children are studying music, they're studying dancing, they're studying singing. And as refugees, when they come here, the focus of their families is, of course, on survival, right? Necessities such as food and shelter, and the lessons, they cost a lot. And so we, with our organization, Music, Arts, and Fashion Productions, we strive to help those children who are talented and who want to continue, as well as Philanthropy, which is a nonprofit organization I'm co-founder. Just like all Ukrainians all over the world and in the United States, we're all basically armed ourselves with trying and help Ukraine as much as possible. So after having said all of that, you can only imagine how important it is to me to have somebody from the legacy of Mykola Lysenko, who is one of the most prominent Ukrainian composers in the history of Ukraine, and I would say one of the most prominent composers, Ukrainian composers in the world, or just any composers in the world. And I'm happy I will be performing some of the repertoire of Mykola Lysenko on this concert with Aija, and I will be adding a Lithuanian language to my repertoire, and I counted this morning is that this will be my 12th language that I sing in. But I'm not stopping there. I think more languages in the future.
Well, I am amazing at the amount of musicians that I've met, and they are so versatile when it comes to speaking several different languages. It only goes back to show me how impactful music is, and especially those who are in the classical and the opera and so forth performance, how much they can learn from music, how many culture you can impact just in the form of music. It brings people together, it harmonizes people together. My question goes back up to Aija Reke. So how do you perceive yourself as a full rounded career specialist in your field? How would you use that to inspire younger people to maintain the arts?
I'm really passionate in the field of education. My whole family are teachers, actually, in 4 generations. And I feel a mission and a gift that I have to pass on to my students. And I have been teaching in various community programs over the past 10 years, including at the Boston Music Project. That was 5 years that I was teaching there. That program is celebrating diversity and accessibility to various areas in Boston where music was not accessible. So they practically invented the music programs in different public schools. I also have a very large private studio, and I also teach at the Brookline Public Schools. And I also do seminars online about performance anxiety, and also taught in different countries. But how do I pass my legacy? I hope to pass my legacy to my students by being a role model. And to be a good role model, I started a personal development journey 5 years ago.
Okay.
I actually joined programs called Growth Day. I started reading books, and in pandemic I read 300 books about personal development, psychology, autobiographies, and I started even posting quotes online and studied literature, like of course also professional literature. And I feel by improving myself, by taking a good care of my family, my community, giving back to the community, inspiring youth, the best way is to be a role model, because there's no other way that children and youth will follow and want to learn musical instruments if we are not inspiring as teachers.
Okay. Olga, could you expound a little bit more on your coming up concert?
Yes, thank you so much, Errol. What beautiful endeavor that Aija and a group of instrumentalists are putting together of Ukrainian and Lithuanian and some Baltic other composers. And as I said, this is my first venture into Lithuanian repertoire and language. And of course, my mission in life has been very similar to Mykola Lysenko's, who is, I think, now joining us again from
Yes.
Kyiv, is to promote Ukrainian language and culture and music all over the world. And every time I perform somewhere, I always try to include Ukrainian music. In this upcoming concert, we're going to have wonderful musicians from different cultures who are learning Ukrainian repertoire for the first time, and some of us are learning Lithuanian repertoire for the first time. And it's going to be a pianist, Cheng Ma, flutist, Agita Arista, and violinist Aija Reke, and I'm the Ukrainian soprano in this concert. And we will be presenting a beautiful diversity of genres of both Ukrainian and Lithuanian music, from folk to classical to operatic arias, and to I would say crossover genre from Ukrainian composer Bilash. And of course, one of the highlights, I would say, of the concert for me personally is Solovyiny Romance, which is Nightingale's Romance by Ukrainian composer Kos Anatolsky, very famous for his songs, compositions, and he's composed opera, symphonies, musical pieces for various instruments. And this particular romance, the Nightingale's Romance, it's very beautiful, and it's in this particular arrangement is arranged for piano, voice, flute, and violin, and it's like a duet between the soprano and the flute, portraying the bird, the nightingale. And interestingly, I was thinking about the lyrics of the song, and it's very applicable to today, because the lyrics are saying that every morning or every night I hear a nightingale, and he and his spouse have made a beautiful nest, and I'm enjoying their beautiful singing. However, a black cloud came and destroyed this nest and destroyed this family, and in vain am I standing by the window and waiting to hear for the song of these nightingales. But I do believe that spring will come again, and that nightingales will sing again. And this is what we can say about Ukraine right now, that the black cloud from Russia, terrible attacks came to Ukraine and destroyed many families, destroyed many civilian homes and hospitals. Even a week ago or so, we heard about the monstrous attack on one of the biggest children hospitals in Europe, which is located in Kyiv, Ohmad. And people are suffering, yet we all united here in the United States, in Europe, all over the world. We hope and we know that the spring will come for Ukraine, and we will rebuild, and Ukraine will be stronger than ever, and good and light shall overcome the darkness.
Absolutely. Well, Olga, this time flew by so quickly, and I think for all three of you, there's so much we can learn from each other. And I would like to extend a next moment where, on the different conditions, where we can have a group discussion again, or even an individual conversation. I think both Mykola and Aija, you all are great experts in your field, and the world need to hear from you. Communities need to hear from you. And I will ask you to give me the honor to have you come back on I will send the information to Olga that she can give to you. And Olga, I want to thank you and appreciate you so much for everything that you're doing for the Ukraine. Getting connected with those of the Ukrainians, covering the war from day one up to this point. Thank you so much for coming on today. And for all of those who had been tuning in to Living in the 21st Century, I want to say to you, have a great day. God bless.
you.
Bye-bye.